Hello everybody, this is week 2 of Guitar HIIT. Let's make sure that we share this far and wide and get as many people involved as possible. As well as delivering this course for free, you can find loads of free resources as well as my top 10 tips to kickstart your musical career on my website. It is onelabmusic.com/top10tips download, and you'll also find loads of other free stuff as well as this course and all the downloads for each one of the videos. Right, let's get stuck into it. So, last week, we learned how to tune the guitar, we learned how to play some chords, we learned how to use those chords in the context of a song, and we've also learned how to play along to a drum machine and practice with some purpose. Today is going to be no different whatsoever. We're going to carry on with that same mindset and try and improve upon what we learned in the last lesson. So, you may have noticed that all the time we have been strumming down. So just doing, so for example, all that sort of stuff, just down strums, right? But you might also think to yourself that you can also strum up the way, and you're dead right. So that's what we're going to have a look at in today's lesson. We're going to have a look at including upstrums in your playing. Now, if you have a look at today's download on my website, again, it's onelabmusic.com/guitar HIIT, HIIT, high intensity instrument training. You will see today's download. It will be day 6 download is called. And as always with the strumming patterns, there's boxes. And these boxes have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and written in them. And in this one, the 1 is highlighted and underlined. The 2 and 3 is highlighted and underlined. And the 4 is highlighted and underlined. And above all of those, there's either a down or an up arrow. On the 1, 2, 3, and 4, there is a down arrow, meaning that you strum down. So the general rule of thumb with strumming patterns is that if you are strumming on the number count, so the 1, the 2, 3, 4, you're going to strum down like this. I've given you on the download to play a G chord, so we're going to use a G chord first. Okay, so we're just going to strum on the numbered beats. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, easy as that. And if you were to strum in between the 1 and the 2, you would get the and. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like this. 1. So I'm just going to strum on the ands and really point out and demonstrate where that sits in the grand scheme of things. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay, so see the way that I strummed up the way on every single one there on the ands of the count. So the and, as I said, the and sits somewhere in between the 1 and the 2. It sits in this little space here. Okay, so as I said, in today's download, we're going to strum on the 1, 2 and 3, 4. And we're going to use a G chord to do that, starting out. And then, so the first time we're going to use the G chord, then we're going to go to an E minor. So this is the simple version of it first of all. As always, I'm going to use my trusty drum machine. So I have it set to 50 BPM. I'm going to give myself 4 beats of a count in, and I'm going to strum on the 1, 2, and 3, 4 using a G chord. Okay, here it comes. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. G again. 2 and 3, 4. Now E minor. 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. That was a simple version, as I said. Simple is the wrong way of saying it. Simplified is a better way of putting it. Simplified. A bit more doable, a bit more achievable for a complete and utter beginner. So let's do that one more time, and then I'm going to show you the more advanced way of doing it. So again, with a G to an E minor. So using my drum beat, I'm on 50 BPM. 2, 3, 4. 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and again, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and E minor, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Lovely. So that is the simplified version. Now we're going to do the more advanced version using the full open chord. So we're going to use the G major chord and the E minor chord in the full version. Simple version of G is this. We've been through this, or I've shown you this a number of times before, but let's make sure that it's here again. So you get your third finger and put on the third fret of the high E string, which is this thinnest one, or the bottom string as you're looking at it, and you play that string as well as the 2 above it. That is the simplified version of G. This is the full version of G. This is the 4-finger G. 4-finger G is you get your first finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the A string, which is the second one down as you're looking at it. You get your middle finger, put it on the 3rd fret of the low E string, which is the top string as you're looking at it. Leave the next two, the D and the G, open. Get your 3rd finger, put it on the 3rd fret of the B string, which is the second from the bottom as you're looking at it, and then get your pinky and put it on the last string on the 3rd fret. Play all strings. That is the 4-finger version of G. And the 3-finger version is you just simply leave out the B string. So you can either take your middle finger off, replace your pinky with your middle finger. That's the full version of G. The full version of E minor is you get your first finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the A string, same as the G, but this time you're going to get your middle finger and put it on the string beneath it. That is the D string on the 2nd fret, and you strum all strings again. Okay? So you've got G to E minor, G and E minor. Okay, let's get going with this drum beat. We're going to strum that the same as we did before. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and G. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So down, 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 up, down, and down, 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 up, down. One more time. Down, 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 up, down, and down, 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 up, down. We can obviously expand that far and wide and include any amount of chords that we want. So let's just do that. Let's put that into practice and use the 4 chords that we were learning in Friday's lesson that make up the popular 1, 5, 6, 4 chord progression. That's going to be G to D to E minor to C. So that's the advanced version. The simple version is G to D to E minor to C. They will all be on Friday's download. If you've not downloaded it yet, make sure you go and get it downloaded. So let's try that with the 1, 5, 6, 4 chord progression. I'm going to do it the simple version first of all, and then I'm going to swap over to the more advanced version. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and D, 2, 3, and 4, and E minor, 2, 3, and 4, and C, 2, 3, and 4. Full version. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and D, 2, down, up, down, and E minor, 2, down, up, down, and C, down, down, up, down. So there you have it. That is how you include upstrums into your strumming patterns, and you're not just strumming down all the time. Of course, you can add in upstrums wherever you want. It doesn't have to be just on the ands. But a good rule of thumb to follow, as I said, is that an upstrum will come on the odd. You can look at it. It will either come on the and or the odd. Anything that's past the number, in between the numbers, you can do down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's a bit more advanced, and we will get to that in due course, I'm sure. But I think that'll do us for today's lesson. Thank you very much for everyone that joined in, as always. As I said at the start, please make sure you go onto my website, download my free top 10 tips guide on how to kickstart your musical career, full of good tips and tricks, and basically just a handy guide to keep yourself right in. I'll be back here again at the same time tomorrow, 12 o'clock. 10-15 minutes worth of a lesson. Make sure you download all the stuff at onelabmusic.com/guitar-hit. Download all the free content and get yourself involved. Get signed up to my mailing list, and yeah, keep an eye out for all the exciting things that I have in the pipeline. All right, lads, I'll see you again tomorrow. Mind yourselves. Thank you. Bye bye.